Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday to you. Sorry, a couple minutes late. I got stuck playing Death Stranding, and so I lost track of time. I've already beat the game, but I'm in the mode of building roads and fixing monorails and stuff like that. So, and just like carrying on with the mission, just because I like the world so much, it's just kind of like traveling around listening to music. But for the most part, the story's done. Now I'm just fighting bandits and BTs and stuff like that. So, but I did want to show y'all the finished sound wave before we start on some design stuff. So if you weren't here Thursday, Beth and I worked on some stuff together. She was building the last of her Alphaba Glinda buildable figures, and she really likes those. So, but here's the finished Soundwave, and you can see about how big it is. I don't have huge hands, but you can see it's much larger than the original toy, which is probably about yay big. The original toy, the original G1. So this is a lot bigger. I mean, even the tapes are about twice the size of the original. So, and the tapes go pretty good as long as you've got the tiles in the right direction. You can tell which way to put the tape up, and it just slides in there like so and sits in there, and you can see which one is in there. Eject button. And I did the transformations for these already, so we won't worry about that. I'm going to try to remember the transformations for this. So the first thing that happens is you notice on the back, it's not a fully collapsed. Good morning, Missy. How are you? It's not a fully collapsed bit of arms and his cannons. The original toy, the wrists, the hands would go into the wrists, and then they would more cozily. More comfortably collapse into the back a little bit. But so we've got a bit of gun here. We've got this gun right here that it goes on. So this is going to be his gun. These are technically the batteries, and this is his shoulder cannon. Let's see if I can remember how to do all this. So I'm pretty sure this grips in. There's a clip in here somewhere. Make sure I get this right. So these you pop open, and then the legs fold down. These things fold out. You're supposed to do that first. And then twist. It transforms pretty much like the original Soundwave. Oh, that's going to be a problem. And then the feet come out. There's a lot of things that could just fall off here, so it's good that I'm seeing these now. And the feet come out, which pushes the shins into place. Feet are a little weird to get out. And then bring his arms out and they clip into place. And the hands come up. And then the head is, you pull this box back, you flip the head into place. And turn it, put that box back. And then the cannon sits up here. And the gun sits in this little bit on his hand. And there's your sound wave. Looks like he's leaning forward a little bit. Oh, his other foot. That's supposed to go around the side. Or in the back, I'm not really sure. And then of course he's got his sound box. So that's cool. So there you go, fully transformed sound wave. Very cool, easy to play with. There are a couple things that do fall apart if you're not careful, like these legs and the hips and stuff. But for the most part, it's very cool. Yeah. I'm very happy with it. I can't wait to get him standing next to Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. But we're gonna put him aside for now. So today, gonna be doing some studio work. And just woke up like 30 minutes ago. Fair enough. I woke up at 7 like I do every day. And let me know how the sound and video quality is. I'm going to open a file. And we're going to go to Horizon. So the reason I stopped, I feel like, doing the the advent calendar is I'm to the point where I need figures. And I need to do the designs for the figures. I need to find my list of where I put which ones I'm going to be doing. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so we've got Aloy in a Christmas sweater. So we need all these figures are going to be different, right? In terms of, okay, so we need to do, we've got a Watcher. We've got a Tall Neck. We've got we need a Thunderjaw. We've got a Broadhead / Charger. Don't have one of those yet. We've got a Shell Walker. We've got a Scrapper. Don't have a Sawtooth. We have a Lance Horn. We have a Corruptor. Don't have a Metal Flower. We have a Bannock statue. Training dummy. Campfire. Ruined streetlight. Okay. I was thinking of something else instead of this is the list I've got. I don't know that I like the idea of a gate or a meridian arch. Like, I don't even know what that means. So I'm going to do the wind turbine right now. So let's do that. Good morning, Mech Ops, ODST. How are you? How are you doing? Let's see. Is there anything else I'm working on that I don't have? Nope. I think that's all of it. So let's do new. And we'll do the We'll do the wind, like the broken down wind turbine. This should be fairly simple. God, I'm already dropping frames. I gotta make sure of something. Hang on. No, sir. No, sir. The cleaning robot was trying to get into this room. Hello, Bev. How are you? Thank you for being here. All right, so this is going to be, it's pretty straightforward. I don't have, goodness, are you okay? Got a cough due to cold. So if we do Horizon Zero Dawn, wind turbine with an E. So there's lots of these in the game, and a couple of them factor into. Man, something is in my throat. They factor into. I think I just have a node on my vocal cords or something from shouting last night at the game. Austin FC game last night. We're up 2-0 until like the last minutes, maybe 10 minutes ago, and Houston scored 2 goals. One was a dumb penalty kick. The penalty that they called was really weak. So they got a penalty kick off that. The other one was an own goal. And was just unfortunate. Like, the kick was going one way and the keeper was diving for it. And he probably would have had it. But man, this just started. But a defender was trying to block it and it tipped off his leg and went in. So 2-2, still got a point out of it. But so these wind turbines figure into some of they're called Vista points or capture points, Vista captures. So during the game, it's really not integral to the story and you don't really win anything. But there are times when they're like scenic overlooks, and a couple of the wind turbines look like that. So this would be pretty easy. It's just, a pole with some ruined blades and stuff and rusted out stuff. So, and it doesn't have to be very big. So we're just going to do a couple of these, I think. Honestly, it has to stand up on its own. So let's do a tile Technic. Nope. Pin. Yeah. So we're going to do one of these to start so it can be put in place and be held up. For some reason on YouTube, it's saying I'm not live, by the way. That's excellent. I have to go get my phone. I'll be right back. Live in 2 hours. Oh, I wonder if I accidentally said 10 p.m. Let me check real quick. Because I had a problem setting this all up yesterday. Like, it didn't show that I was going live. It didn't have the... Yeah, I don't know why it's not here. If you all... I don't know why it's not showing that I'm even live right now. (8:10 a.m.) Oh, because it changed my privacy to unlisted instead of public. That's weird. All right. I'm gonna kill this one. Well, I don't know. Let me give it a second. Maybe it'll show up. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's live now. I don't know why it said it was unlisted. I think maybe what had happened is I copied this from an old. Boy, the sound's really blown out too. I copied this from an old listing, and I'm wondering if there was something about it that they had to. There was music in it or something that made me change it to unlisted. So when I copied it to do this new one, it just copied all those settings. So you made a wind turbine for a lug challenge. That's cool. I need to do that this week. I was gonna try to use the circuit cubes that we got at Brick Rodeo to make something move, but I don't know exactly what yet. So anyway, so yeah, gonna do this. These are gonna be gray and rusted brown metal. So we're gonna try to figure a few things out. So the first thing I need is a Technic connector. And it should be one of these guys. What color do these come in? Dark gray, good, because that's what I want. What colors do those come in? Oh, that's terrible. Pearl dark gray. That's good, I'll use that. Then I want a pin axle. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out the what I want to do for the meeting, but it's coming up. I better do it quick. I was going to do it this weekend. I might do it after this. The original plan for today was going to help I'm going to do something real quick too, since this is newly listed. And I go here and do a thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to... I had this mental idea of like a big field with like rotating solar panels where they'd face the light, right? So then I was researching sensors, like what to get for sensors to get... this is not how that goes. Sensors to see what a light sensor would cost to, I was like, well, then this was weeks ago. I was like, I can get this off Bricklink, right? Oh, it's way like out of my price range, league. It was too much. And then so I was like, well, I'll just make it move maybe with the, one of these is the newer one. Either of these come in brown. Nope. Nope. That one does. Brown. And then I thought, well, I'll just make them all rotate at the same time. And I'm like, that's going to take different gearing under a whole plate. And given that the circuit cubes don't have like the ones we got aren't Wi-Fi controlled, so you can't control the speed. They just have one speed, and they go pretty fast. You would just have these like twirling solar panels. So I was like, well, okay, I could gear them down, but I don't know how much gearing it down. It's going to add to. They come from this direction, right? In order to be sitting there, I can make it go like this, and then you'd have to have a small gear, big gear, small gear, big gear until it goes all the way down to where it's slower, but that builds up space. So I was like, maybe I'll put it on a mountain, and then I've got to have different rotating ones. So still maybe, but I'm not sure yet. So we'll see. I may not do anything. All right. I don't want to make this too big, so let's put another, let's put one of these. Some of these are older, I think. Dark brown, no, let's go dark gray. Dark bluish gray. Oh, it's got it. So this now needs to be a 2L axle. If I can spell axle right. And these come in red and black. Red's cheaper. Let's see, half axle or half pin. I don't know which one's newer. I think this one's newer. Dark gray. I think red is cheaper. And then we'll put a cone. Is this going to be too big? No, that's good. And then I can put a bar in here to help make the front of this. You finished your brewery and beer garden. Excellent. Can't wait to see it. That's funny. I honestly was thinking about getting back to do... I've got to get better about just coming in here and doing design stuff instead of waiting to do it on stream. Like, just downtime needs to be working on stuff because I've got however many unfinished projects going on. 2. And I'd really like to be able to get back into it. Now, the problem is going to be with this. I want to use this piece. I don't have to, though. There are a couple propellers. Ooh, goodness gracious. That can't be... Well, this can't be one piece. That's got to be 3 pieces right there, at least. Maybe it's not. That's interesting. It's too big for what I want. And these are going to be too small. But I also don't want, because I want a couple ruined ones. So I'm going to have to figure out how to attach. These are all the right size that I want. Let's see, what would make a good propeller piece? There's swords. Oh, also I need a 3 axle. It's a 3-sided something, but I don't know if it's triple or 3. So here's one of them. There's another one that's Technic axle. Might be able to find it this way. There's one that's a 3-axle piece, not the 3 connector piece. It's like this, but it's got 3 of them. Technic axle and pin connector hub. Let's do hub, see if that helps. There it is. Cool. So I gotta remember this is a Technic axle hub. Now that can sit on this just fine. And that can be in brown. Cool. Now I need ruined blades of some kind. Actually, this isn't a bad idea to have the other one out here because I just had a thought. Connector. Let's get rid of hub. Only because this may be a little bit bigger and I'll have to change this piece in here. But I thought maybe sword pieces would be good if they're not too big. Would be good blades. Except wow, they only come in that color? Interesting. How about that? What does that come in? Flat silver. I was kind of hoping it would be brown too. Excuse me. Oh, this is interesting. You could use that and attach stuff to it. That's not a bad idea. There's that again. That's too big. I already have that one out here. Oh man, it's flat silver, nothing brown. I was kind of hoping for brown because a couple of these are broken. But they have the, so this one is black. I can't do trans green. Okay. So this one, dark brown. Ooh, dark tan. I wonder how much that is. Doesn't even say. Doesn't even have a price. Reddish brown, dark brown. So these can fit in here like that. And then I can make whatever else I want coming out of it. So let's replace this. There is it's not a weed, it's a, interesting. Huh. Okay. Just looking for things that might be like ruined. Wow, look at that, that's pretty big. Vine, maybe? No. Plant. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, too big. Something along those lines, though. That's also too big. That's too curly. What's up, Greg? That's too curly. Maybe that. So let's rotate this. Why is my up key not doing anything? Did something change? Preferences, shortcuts, model, view. I thought it would be in model. Should have up or down arrows, etc. Oh, building palette, maybe. Nope, toolbar. Weird. I'm gonna save this real quick. AC wind turbine. And I'm gonna reset the app. Try to figure out. Don't save. Gonna figure out why my arrow key's not working for that. No new Lego purchases other than what I got at the beginning, August 1st. I got Soundwave and K2SO and the video game cabinet, the stand-up video game arcade machine. And Beth got the buildable Alphaba and Glinda figures. And then she also started last night on her Wicked. I think it's just the City of Oz. It's not like Oz's castle. It's actually called like Oz City or something, or Emerald City. And it's super cute, y'all. Like, I went to the game last night and I came home and she's like hunched over the table building. And I'm like, don't stay up too late building. Never thought I'd, hear myself say that. Yeah, why is the arrow key not doing... It's not an appearance. Thought it'd be in shortcuts. Brick control. Should be in brick control. Move. Rotate forward. Yeah, why isn't that? Must have got tweaked somewhere. Weird. But yeah, she's really into it lately. So let's do... There's a Technic pin axle. Doesn't need to be that big. I don't, more than black and white. Is that a different one? Yeah. Light bluish gray, maybe? That's not a bad. And then I want something kind of really bent. So utensils. Let's see what comes up with. Oh, this may be perfect. I could get a darker, gray something. So let's change this to dark bluish gray. I don't want dark gray. What out here is dark gray? I don't want dark gray. I want dark bluish gray. Thank you. I don't want anything dark gray. That's way too hard to find. And then we'll restrict. I don't plan on getting any other new things real soon, except now Beth wants to buy a bunch of stuff. So she wants all the Disney, Wicked, some Marvel. Those are the things that she likes. And like, she was looking through this. She's like, how much is this one? How much is this one? And I was like, well, you know, that one that you saw Justin building, the tribute to Disney with like Mickey Mouse and then a bunch of other stuff around him. I was like, that's $100. You know, so any of the cool stuff that you really want, just be prepared for most of it being $100. So as much as you you know, want to do some stuff, you got to remember that they do cost. Let's see. That's pretty good. I like that. Like ruined blades. What other things do we have in here? That's not bad. That's 70 cents. That's not bad. I'd like it to be a little shorter. That's 70 cents, really? Yeesh. Oh, we'll figure it out. All right, so I like this. Now I gotta figure this out. I still wanna use this cone piece, but I gotta attach this now. So, turn this back off so I can see other pieces. There's a Technic, there's a pin bar. This piece, how big is that? I can put this here and then put a Technic pin. Don't know if I want that much up in the front there. That works. This little fez piece. That's not bad. Again, this is for advent calendar purposes. It doesn't have to be great. 15 parts. Cool. Let's call that. And then I'm going to copy that, and then we're going to open up the gallery, paste it in here. It kind of fits the size. You guys are going to see buffering. I almost want to make it like, yeah, I don't know what to do about it. I am going to go turn my PlayStation off. Give me 1 second. The stream has been buffering a lot lately, and I'm really getting upset because it's like it used to not happen, and now it's happening like... I'm going to scoot your little pillow out here. I'm sorry, baby, but you're kind of underfoot. There you go. Is that okay? Now it seems to be like happening like every stream. Hi, Brian. How are you? Like, I don't have any problems playing games, and I don't have any problems watching stuff, right? I don't have problems streaming things. But every time I get on this thing, it's like, oh, not good enough. So I don't know. And every time I look something up, it's like, change your bit rate to this, or change your frame rate to this. And I'm like, I've already done all that. Automatically record, no thank you. Output. I mean, this is kind of optimal. Could change it, but I don't know. Don't care about recovering. Replay buffer. Maybe I should turn on the replay buffer. Yeah, I can't make any changes while I'm doing this anyway. So, all right. So on to the next thing. So I have to keep plugging away at it. So wind turbine designed. I don't know how to do. I don't really know what I was thinking when I picked the embrace gates or meridian arch. Like, I have no idea what that meant by that. So I'm trying to think of other, like, environmental things that are around, or that are important to the game. I was thinking maybe the spire, because there's the spire. I'm gonna put this down here. Spire. This would actually be pretty fun. I don't know why I didn't think of this originally. And it'd be pretty easy to do. So you see this thing in the distance a lot when you're playing the game. It's in Meridian. It's up at top of... You have to come out of the city of Meridian and kind of go across like a couple of the farming fields and get up to this area. And you can go there anytime you want, but it factors into the end game of it. And so there's a big fight in this sort of arena right here. And I'm going to try not to spoil it for people, but there's something happens with this thing. And it also kind of factors into the very beginning of Forbidden West too. So I don't know why I didn't think of this. This should be, I think, an integral piece. So let's go ahead and do that instead. I like that. I'm going to replace Spire with Embrace Gate. Meridian Arch. Like, I don't know what I was thinking with Meridian Arch. I'll put this down here. There's like a big elevator there. There's the Sun King of Odd's throne area. It would be pretty good. You go there quite a bit. I don't know what else to do with it. So let's work on this. So the spire itself is just sort of a geodesic, multifaceted bunch of triangles. Which is going to be hard to replicate. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it with cheese wedges and stuff. Also, it's black, but it's metal, which means it's shiny. So let's look real quick at, so let's do new. And we'll save this as AC Spire. Let's go ahead and get a slope in here and see what colors are available. If there's a metallic color, not trans, flat silver maybe? Flat silver would be pretty good. It might be too much. What about these guys? And these guys? And these guys? Maybe we can, oh, that's way too big. Those can be black, flat silver. These can be just, there's no metal color. So you're out and you're out because that's whatever. So I think the easiest thing to do would be to do some Travis bricks to start, just to see where what it gives us. And we can make these black. That's weird. Why is this not giving me a color? Lime. Oh, it's just because I hadn't scrolled down? Weird. That's weird. Okay, that's a bit of a bug. Okay. Yeah, on Wi-Fi, I don't have any problems with my connections. I never lose a team connection. I will say though, with Teams, we lost a whole firewall, and it. Let's switch these to that. We were doing some firewall work, and it was with we were working with our vendor, and it was like it was a weeknight or Friday night or something like that, and we were purposefully failing the firewall over. We were testing out. We got a new appliance in place, and we were making sure that the firewall failover would go to the backup, to the high availability backup. So we were testing it, and even though we were failing the firewall, and we had so the idea was to shut one firewall down to make sure that it seamlessly rolled over to the backup, and it should do it without missing a heartbeat. Like, it's got this passive sensing that it just kind of keeps an eye on where everything is, right? And then if it doesn't receive a signal, or it receives a certain signal from the active firewall, it will use the most recent couple heartbeats that it has to then start up. So any packets that have been sent across, it kind of will be able to like recapture or something. So there doesn't look like there's an interruption in service. So the whole idea was to test this to make sure the new appliance would do that. And in the process, of course, it's after hours, so it doesn't really matter, but we lose connection, right? The backup doesn't come up. We don't have a firewall. In most cases, it should fail open, which means like if the firewall goes down, we have websites in there. People need to still be able to access the website, so it fails open, right? We also need like a DMZ in place, and we really haven't set that up yet. Anyway, the point of this is it didn't fail open, it failed completely, which means there was no connect, or it tried to fail open, but the other one didn't pick up and it became like a stop. It closed everything off. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to swap these guys because it looks different. And then I'll put one on top. And I think I'll rotate them like funky degrees or something. So basically the outside world couldn't get into all our stuff, which means like we had some pings going on from like a external modem just to kind of keep everything like we're pinging web servers and terminal servers and stuff like that. And we lost all connection, except the Teams call that we were on was still working. And we were on our internal network, and the Teams call never dropped. We were closed off to the whole world and never lost Teams. I'm like, that is really weird. All right, so I don't want to do a full thing. Can we do, yeah, let's do a quarter. And then we'll do the same thing down here. We'll do a quarter that way. Yeah, let's do a quarter that way. And then we'll do a quarter that way. So this isn't perfect, but I think it kind of gives the impression of that. And how many pieces is it? 26. Cool. Without anything else, I'm gonna do this. Oh, and I think it's on top of some rocks. So maybe I'll do a little bit of rock building. Let's do a 3x3 plate. So we joke now that anytime we have any networking problems, we're like, well, at least Teams will still work. And let's do some round plates. Round plates. Just kind of put around to make it look like dirt. The pyramid pieces, I could try those. Let's try those too. Let's just see what it looks like. Because these also come in that metallic cut flat silver. This might be better. That was the whole plan to begin with. Because these are the only two metallic colors. And this may actually look better. I do not know. Come on, man. Work with me. How many levels does it look like it has? Doesn't really matter. See, this would lead you to believe oh look, you can get a 3D print of this. See, I can't replicate this shape in Lego. I mean, I could. There is a slope that you can kind of do that with. I think if you did like this shape, but see, that's flat at the bottom. You'd need something where this would interlock. Like, let's see if I can make it do it. Up. I need you to go up. Like that. It needs to kind of do that. But even that just becomes a twisted rectangle or twisted square. But that would be cool. But again, this just becomes a square. This is also way too big, but thought exercise. And then if you had two of these, like inside it, that would be cool if it worked on all sides. That's, I think, the shape they're kind of going for, but there's no way to make that. And again, it would be, in order to make it look right, it would be way too big for an advent calendar. But this actually doesn't look too bad. Let's put one more section up here. And then top it with a that might look a little better. What do you guys think? Slopes or pyramids? I think the pyramid one's pretty cool. And I put the black in there because this is kind of black. This is kind of an ABC show. It's black-ish, but it's metallic black. So it's reflective, but it's black metal. So anytime some sun would hit it, it would reflect. Anytime any light hit it, it would reflect. But if I change these all to black, I don't think they exist in black anyway. I don't know if that would look any better. What are these? I could turn these to like light bluish gray and all these be black. I don't know if that would be better. So let's do this. See which looks better. Oh, I couldn't do that. Yeah, I think the pyramids work better. And let's do this. There we go. That's a good little rock slope. Cool. So let's get rid of that. Pyramids look cooler. Black or silver? I think the idea is that in the game they call it a black spire. And here's kind of a look at close up. They say black, but again, it's black metal. And I don't think these come in, like I think they come in dark gray. No, they don't come in dark gray. So they come in flat silver. So that's the other option. Is flat silver or black. I think for the game purposes, I think black is probably better. Let's see if they call it black spire. It's just called the spire. That's right. The place it sits on is called the Alight. They just call it the spire. Let's see if they say anything about it being black. Composed of a black metal. Okay. Triangle-based polyhedron. So, I think we're going to go with black. I think that should be good. And it is 37 pieces. That's pretty good, but very simple. So we'll save that. Stick it in here. Save that. And we have the spire done. Cool. All right, next. Figures, Thunderjaw. Oh, goodness gracious. I thought I had a start on a Thunderjaw. Or Sawtooth. Metal Flower I was working on. Yeah, what happened to the Metal Flower? I thought I had that going. So we're done with that. We're done with that. Yeah, I thought I was working on a Metal Flower. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's right. I was getting too proud of myself for having have it be a certain size or certain, because I wanted to use these pieces. I wanted it to be able to open. So I had a couple. I thought I'd use that piece to like have it flip the studs. Use the periscope pieces. So this is a collection of really cool pieces, but it doesn't look much like the game. No, I don't need that. I need to search Metal Flower. So this is what it looks like. It's close. It has 6 petals, so this is 6 petals. This actually isn't too bad. If I could figure out a different way to, instead of using this. So if I got rid of that, what does that leave me? So I was using that because it was a 6-sided thing. What else is a 6-sided thing? Looks like that is about it. Anything with a clip. That one modified plate's 8-sided. I think this is why I got frustrated and stopped, because I was like, well, it looks fine, but it's too big. And it's only 30 parts. 32. What is that? Oh. Got it. Okay. And this is what it looks like closed. Oh, I thought it came back white. I'm like, what? I wish these came in different colored parts. I think it only comes in a handful of colors. Yeah. And the problem is, like, this, in the wild, they're kind of like these translucent, I want to get a closed one. Did it show closed one? So this is what it looks like closed. It's different. It's all different colors, right? It's got these vines underneath it. And I think that may be important too, is to put it on a base of vines, because that's when you see things. They are not really... well, in Zero Dawn, they are by themselves. So I may get away with doing them by themselves, because this is Zero Dawn Advent Calendar. In Forbidden West, you have to kind of hack into them. In Zero Dawn, you just find them. And it's usually... Oh, here we go. It's going to buffer again. So give it a minute. Is there a way to see packet loss or anything? I mean, why am I using any of my CPU? Using a lot of memory. Yeah, I'm trying to look at this down here now. Got a view of... can I dock that somewhere else? That's gross. Studio mode on, multi-view. Anyway. Alright, should be back. So... yeah, if I could just get a plate to do this. There is a Technic wheel. Oh, I'll fix that. Thanks for letting me know. I got wrapped up doing Death Stranding, and I was just sitting there playing along because I was like, had breakfast, watched an episode of something. I was like, well, I got like 40 minutes. I'll play a little bit of Death Stranding. I could probably build a road or a bridge or go fight some people or deliver a few things. And then I'm like, I look down at my phone and it says 9:55. I'm like, oh God, you know, got no time. So panicked and set everything up. So Technic wheel. There's this. Haha. Perfect. That's what I want. Let's make that dark bluish gray. 29 cents. Gross. Black. 30 cents. Not any better. The cheapest. What? Why is the cheapest lime? That's crazy. Tan. 24 cents. What does the actual thing look like? I think dark gray is going to be just fine. So I'm going to replace, get rid of this, and okay, so I have to remember that there's stuff holding this stuff up in here. So I'm going to have to figure that out. That, and that. We'll move it over here. And let's put this, it should just go right there. Neat. That should be just about perfect. Ooch. Let's ooch these up a bit so they're not coming out the bottom. I'm just gonna scooch on in here. Just scooch. Scooch. That should be good enough. Okay, now I have to put this guy back together in here. What do the insides of these look like? Cool. Well, I don't need you now. I don't need you, and I don't need you. I need a axle. 3L axle. So I was thinking of doubling up the pedals, but I don't know how I would get enough in there. Oh, maybe 2L. Make sure that doesn't go out the bottom. And this should just sit right on top here. Yeah, so that's good. And it should still fold up. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. That's much better. I like this a lot. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of all these other guys because I'm happy with this. And we're going to put this next to her. Cool. All right. Yeah, they're supposed to be gray. The only other flags in here, though, like you use these pieces, they won't close up together. So at most, you know, I don't want to do printed pieces or stickers, but at most, like if these guys closed up together, I don't think it would work as well. But I don't want to not have something on the table that might work. So yeah, these are the 3 pieces. I'm pretty sure they come in that color. So let's also double check to make sure it's not on Bricklink's site that it has another color and just hasn't been imported yet. Or, you know, don't. No. Yeah, that's it. It's a relatively new piece, so it's not going to have a ton of colors. All right, so let's duplicate this. And this is going to be finicky because I have to do this manually. Oops. Copy paste. Copy paste. Copy paste. Paste. See, also the clips are smaller. The clips may just run into each other. The clips are closer in together. All right, so that's all of them. So now, if we rotate them all, I have to give it kind of specific 80, 70, 130. I have to do it by the same degrees for all of them. 210, 190. So this has been 20 degrees for the whole thing. 250. Oops. 10. They're not going to be able to get much closer than that. You can see right in here. That's a, oops. That's already bumping into the next thing. It won't close like that. I could probably even test this in real life. I think I have these pieces. But yeah, they're not gonna, it looks cool. And I think if they were farther apart, it'd be kind of a nice iris lens kind of look, like they would twist and open like that. This would be good for botanicals. Like, this is a good botanical look, you know, and then put some more organic leaf kind of things kind of around it. Or like they do, they put like wheel wells and hubcap, or not hubcaps, but like hoods to make the petals. This could be a good inside of it. But let's see, does this fit? Yeah, it's just, oh, that's unfortunate. Like, it'd be cool if we could have both of these on there and have them kind of overlap each other. Let's get a 4L bar. Just to have a big bar out here. What? I have never seen this before. Wow, look at this little bitty ladder. What set does this come in? Friends, Minecraft, Minecraft, Minecraft. That's cute. I love that. Anyway. Yeah, it's cool looking. So let's just put that guy there. And we'll just put this guy here. Yeah, it overlaps. It's not sensing it for whatever reason. There it goes. I can't put one inside the other. I could do them like this, but that requires, because I have them on this, I'd have to, there's just not enough play in here to be able to put both of these on here. But it would look cool. That would look really cool. All right, so what else? Now one wasn't completely centered. Well, I mean, all the way around, it's going to bump into these no matter what I do. Like, even if I moved this one a little over, it's going to bump into this one. So if I, you know, doesn't matter what I do, move them over to be a little more centered, they're going to bump into each other. And this one needs to be a little higher here, a little higher here. Make sure they're all the right height. That's pretty good. That one's still a little low. Yeah, I mean it's a good idea. I just think that if it was a little bigger, it'd work fine. What's up, Johnny? What happened to my music? I always get like one go at the music for some reason, and then it's like, no, I'm done. Play all of it, please and thank you. And random, please. Yeah, I want these to be like gray or something, but I don't know what else to do with this. These are supposed to be, it's supposed to be like gray on the outside and black on the inside. So there's no pieces like that is the problem. They also like slide. So like when they open, they slide open a little more. And I mean, I can make this part down here. Also, I wanted this to turn a little bit. I don't think that comes in orange, but it could be a different color in there. So these are all black, and that's why I did these in orange. There's reddish orange. So yeah, this is why I got frustrated last time, because this is, I think, the best I can do, or that can be done with a 6-petaled thing that's not huge. The fact that I remember this piece is a minor miracle. 30 parts, 29 parts. Let's see if there's other. Oh man, you know what? I'm so. Still nothing. Still nothing. When was this? This one. Yeah, so, okay, we're order like 5 something. Thomas. $24. Okay, lead bulk. Order. We're 1511. We literally ordered like the day before the deadline. And they are just now on that number. So they received theirs a couple days ago. We still got another almost 70 to go. Yeah, so we still, like, by the end of the month, maybe. It's taking a real long time, man. So, but I'm hoping by the end of the month. Just in time for us to start the order process all over again in October. So, all right, so back to this. Let's make sure that I'm absolutely finding the best pieces for this. I need something that's pedal-like, that's symmetrical, that's thin, that can be dark gray or black, and maybe can have something on the outside of it. I just thought of something. Nope. I thought maybe that would work, but it won't. I thought of this piece. I think this comes in actually more colors. But it doesn't come in one. It can come in orange, but not gray. Okay. Yeah, man. I love me some delayed gratification, but like, and I have a bad feeling that our group is maybe suffering from a little bit of giant order fatigue, because we just seem to be doing it like every couple months. So I don't know. I know what I was doing. That's why that other piece was in there. So I think I was trying to see which one's the newest one. I'm gonna go with the one that's not called B. Is that what you got yours for, Johnny? Was for Endor? So I can also use these pieces, right? Oh. Sorry, I get frustrated. I keep seeing you're dropping network frames. I don't know what YouTube is expecting from me. I don't know how much data they need from me. I may have to call my ISP and say, all right, what do I need to get above? I think because I'm uploading 50 megs, 40 to 50 megs a second. And I mean, my download speed is like 500, but the download isn't what matters. It's the upload. And just as like, look, I don't need more download speed. I'm fine with that. I need upload speed. And see what they say. So this is another option, is I could use these pieces. And again, I got to get these kind of centered right. And I have to see how they would fold up, because they will bump into each other pretty quick as well. I'm also not 100% married to this periscope piece, or I call this the not periscope. I can never think of this word. Scientific microscope. I'm not opposed to replacing the microscope piece with something else. So we'll just have to see, because I think even straight up and down, they're going to bump into each other. So I'll need something that's outside of this but curves in, like those shield plates maybe. It's not a shield, it's a tile. It's a 3x2 tile. And then something smaller on the inside of that. but they wouldn't be able to close to a point. Is the whole point. And even if I turned it around, this on the inside here would bump into this on the inside here. So the reason these work so well is they aren't going to bump into each other when they close. And they close really nicely. They close to a point. Giant trees and stumps. Can't remember really what we ordered for our lug bulk this time. I don't even think it was in prep for any like major project or anything. I think everyone was just wanting some pieces. But you always have to get landscape pieces. You always have to get some plants and stuff for trees and things, because that seems to be a thing that people build, is landscaping for their big builds. Some more than others, some castle stuff. Yeah, I think we emptied out our pab on a few pieces. I grabbed quite a few of the last of whatever. They had the 1x4x3 trans light blue windows. And I grabbed a bunch of those. Not a ton, but enough to make an okay MOC out of. I was thinking of maybe extending one of my Mars base things, because I still have my Mars base. Instead of making it like the airlocks on the sides, of just extending them out a little bit on each side to different components, and just kind of build it up a little bit so it can be something to bring to places. I tore down most of the rest of it, so I'm just like, maybe I'll just add to this. I just hadn't got to tearing down that part of it yet. Let's see. There are these. These are too big. These are cool, but probably too big to come together as 6 of them. I might be able to do something with these. Alright, so these aren't going to work. It's just too big. They have to be able to kind of close in on themselves. Anything with a bar? Flag? Bar tile? What about using a botanical trick? An arm with a paddle inserted into it like the sunflower or daisy. Okay, so there is, it's not a mech arm, it's a robot arm. It's not even that. I know what piece you're talking about. Arm clip. It's like one of these. And then it's a paddle or an oar. Maybe one of those. Yeah, I think it's this one. I'm trying to think of which botanical that is, and if I've got it at hand, I can go look. Don't think that one. I don't think it's that one. This one. Like that? Is it that one? You said sunflower, so let's look for a sunflower. That's just an octo ring. Oh, like that? Okay. So, what did this sit on? What was its base? Okay, so it's sitting on a wheel. So we'd have a big, it's sitting on this big steering wheel. Like this. Nope. That one. And then it's got these claws around it like this. And it's got an oar. Like that. So I would need, let's say I'm going to do 6 of these. There we go. Don't have to have this big wheel, but I just want to see, because that wheel's about the same size as this. So let's get that across from each other. Get this across from that one. Get that across from that one. Yeah, this probably could go a little farther. There. That's even 6. Here's the other thing. What colors does this come in? Light bluish gray. Cool. There's going to be a point where they bump into each other. Looks like at about 203, maybe 200. Let's say 203. Hopefully I can do that for all of them. 203. Just to see how this looks. Again, I'm a big fan of getting it to be a point in the middle, but exploring all options. Plus, this is what you do with Studio, is you just play around in it and see what works. No. No. Why is that not connected? 203. Okay. Nope. I always add that extra V in there when I'm trying to change the cursor. So this is what it'll look like when closed. So these do have a bit of a gap when they're closed. I wouldn't say it's completely... It looks like this. That's what it looks like when it's closed. I fail to see how that becomes a six-sided figure, but again, it's almost like, now that I look at it, it's almost like it's not quite six sides. It looks like it's 3 rotating sides. So in closer on closer inspection, it's like it's got 3 sides that come together at the top, and it's got 2 other sides that kind of come up along the side here. So that may change things now that I've looked more closely at it. I just wish these could come in a different color, man. It would be so much easier. So if I were to do half of these, so this is good. I'm gonna keep this because these petals can be in that color and these guys can be in orange, I think. Yeah, so change you all to orange. Nope, orange. And this guy can be whatever color, gray. Nope, I guess just gray. Nope. Wow. Black? Black it is. Okay. And I've got the plate inside here where I can build the rest of this, so that's good. Now, I'm back to, okay, well, we've got this. Maybe, just maybe, we get 3 of these. Can't believe that worked. I can fudge it a little bit. Make sure that's actually on there. And we can do these in white. And then let's close these up. Okay, so that comes to a nice little point there. One of these is a little far. Okay, so that's good. Now, let's try the plate clip. How far can that go with these? Not very far. Okay. How about tile, 2x3 tile. Hey. Thanks for grabbing all 3 of those like I wanted you to. What does it look like closed? Where was that closed image? Well, that's not too bad. Wish these could be orange. Those can. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. It's not exactly like it. It's very, this is very thin comparatively, but it ticks all the boxes. Before I freak out, I'm going to save it. Oh, wow. Time has really flown by. It's 10 till. I don't think I have to help anybody move today. I was going to go help my oldest move some stuff. But I think I'm off the hook. So I think I'm gonna do this as is here. I think it's not bad. This is cool, but it doesn't come to a point. But I'll remember this for if I'm ever doing my own botanicals. This is just off. I wish I could make these equilateral a little bit better. But I think that's good. I think it gives the indication of what it needs to be. Doesn't look like anything's collapsing on itself. I don't have the parts to be able to test this. I don't have these flags, I don't think. So I'll have to order some parts to test it, but it looks like it'll come together okay. What I want to do is see what it looks like open, so I'm going to get rid of these for now, but I'll remember what technique that was. Let's see what it looks like when it's open. So these should be able to open all the way. Oh, that's another thing. Doesn't look like they can open all the way. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Oh, I may have spoke too soon. Yeah, that's as far as they can open. Well, shoot. Oh, you know what? These are not very high up. That should allow a little more space. I don't know how these got ooched down. I thought I ooched them all up. So let's see, how much room does that give us? Right about there. Maybe a little more. Can't really tell. I think right about there. I think the higher these are, the more open they can get. Huh, okay. Oops. Well, it's not bad. And like I said, if I figure out how to... Oops. If maybe I put a stud under here. So let's do this. And we'll put a plate. This is adding to the brick count, but this will limit how far down this can go. Apparently not. Yeah, I don't know why it's not conflicting. Oh, because I don't have collision on. There we go. Alright, so put that plate back here. And now it will. Raise it up until there. And now I can hinge it to there. Slightly better. What is getting in the way of this? Oh, that's why. It was put on the wrong thing. Okay. Yeah. So let's put one of these here. One of these here. Should give me an idea of where everything is. That's slightly better. Okay, I think I'm done with this for now. Because I don't want to get too frustrated with it, and I still need to do like a thunder jaw and a sawtooth. So that's pretty good. I like that. Okay, so I'm done for today. Thank you guys for being around and hanging out with me. I realize this was a kind of a crunchy, uninteresting studio time, but this is what I do. Yeah, so I like that. Copy it, put it over here in the gallery, and say, how many pieces is that? 38. That's quite a bit, but I think it'll work. Okay. Yeah, so thank you again for hanging out, and I'll be back, I think, Thursday. Let me double check. We may have a party to go to. A friend of mine is turning 50. So we're going to try to figure out if we're going to have any events this week. and when. Might be tomorrow, but otherwise, if I don't, nothing else comes up, I'll see you all Thursday. I might do some more of this. I do have a couple sets I can build, but I like being in this mode. I'm going to try to keep doing this and the Q2 thing. These are projects I think can see through to fruition in terms of actually being built and something else. Again, if you know people who would be interested in helping me print figures, I've got somebody who can help print them, but in terms of like designing them, I don't really have the software, I think, to be able to do that, so I might need help. I can sketch stuff out, but in terms of getting the software and everything that's needed for it, I might need help with that. So if anybody's good with that kind of stuff or knows somebody who's good with that, let me know. Give me their contact information and we'll go from there. So yeah, so you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and if I don't talk to you, where's that thing? By Thursday, I will see you Thursday, so take care. Bye.